what's going on, guys? Crow Murder 15 here with a new episode of Com Vlog, doing an audio edition this time. Main reason is I'm still kind of trying to get over being sick for the past 2 weeks. It's kind of been an on and off thing, and it's really sucked. I've been having a lot of stomach problems. I won't go into too much detail so that way I don't gross you guys out, but thankfully it's hopefully, crossing my fingers here, hopefully done and over with. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into today's episode with some Game Bros news. We've been working on the new series of Dark Souls 2. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying that. Ray has really been wanting to do this game for a long time, and I finally broke down and just said, hey, let's do it. And the goal is to get a good bit of episodes done for Dark Souls and then take a break in between, do another shorter series, and then go back to Dark Souls at a later time. The main reason is that way you guys still get some variety, and hopefully we'll be able to record some different series episodes later around, I want to say near the beginning of May. Just things have been really hectic recently. My finals are getting ready to come up in a couple of weeks for school, and Ryoko still hasn't been able to come down because of our vendor event, which, you know, completely understandable and everything. She's been kicking ass, and, you know, I'm wishing her the best of luck with those events. And Ray, even though he has been able to get down here on the weekends, it's a matter of trying to actually get him down here, with a matter of his transportation. But anyway, guys, we're just, you know, we're trucking along, we're trying our best. It's been kind of a hectic year already, and we're not even at the halfway point yet, but hey, we're still trying. So, also, I hope you've enjoyed the live streams that we've been doing. Well, let me rephrase that, live stream, because we've only done one so far. We've been talking about trying to do more live streams more often. It's just life. That's the best way I can describe it. Just life kind of gets in the way. But we have done our first live stream. We live streamed Mortal Kombat 11 the day it came out, and if you happen to miss it, it is still archived on the channel. So make sure to go back and check that out if you'd like to. And as a little note, any of our live streams that we do are going to be archived on our channel, like any of the previous live streams that we've done before. So if you don't happen to, you know, if you happen to miss it or weren't able to watch it live, you know, please make sure to check it out later on, kind of like how we do episodes. So, but we had a lot of fun with it. I want to give a big thanks to DX Kramer and WV Reaper 304 for joining me on that live stream. The funny thing was, DX Kramer was planned to be online with me to play some online matches, and then while we were getting everything set up and testing to make sure everything was ready for the live stream, I forgot to make my Xbox Live party private, and out of the clear blue, here comes Reaper, and we're just chatting, and I tell him, I'm like, hey man, we're getting ready for a live stream. You know, I wasn't trying to like shoo him away or anything like that, but I wanted to let him know in case, you know, his voice didn't want to be heard or anything. And he said, oh, cool, you care if I just tag along and chat with you guys, even though I can't really see anything unless I'm watching? I'm like, yeah, sure. So that was a nice little surprise. But anyway, going from Game Bros news to con news, this coming, actually, going on right now, as far as this episode is going, excuse me, Tsubasa Con is going on right now. Unfortunately, I am not going to make it. It was up in the air whether I was actually going to be going or not, but just with myself being sick so often, these past couple of weeks, I've decided to just stay home and rest. As much as I would love to go up to Tsubasa Con and get to see friends and everything, my health has to come first. And there have been a few times where, like, a few days have gone by and I feel completely fine, and then whatever this stomach bug or whatever the crap it is decides just to rear its ugly head again and get me sick for like a day, or at least half a day, and then I'm fine the rest of the day, which is bullshit, honestly. But I figured, you know, hey, I'm going to give myself plenty of time to rest and relax and try to take it easy as much as I can. Even though, like I said, I would love to be up there, but it's just not in the cards this time, so maybe next year. But speaking of conventions, Tsubasa Con, of course, is coming up in October, and thankfully I have the panel applications turned in for Whose Line Is It Anime for the PG-13 and 18+ event. Also this year, I have put in for a Q&A session for the Whose Line cast. We did this a couple of years ago, and we figured, why not? Let's just do another one. Even though, we didn't have that big of a turnout for the Q&A session, but we really don't care. It's honestly just for the fun of it anyway, so it's not a matter of getting as many people as possible in there for the Q&A, just as long as people come out for the actual event itself for the 18+ and the PG-13 event. Now, as far as any other little conventions that I'm going to be going to, I just don't know yet. Now, normally around the end of May, beginning of June, well, no, near the end of May is when it always happens. Colossal Con, it usually goes on, and that's one con that I've been going to for the past few years, and that's another con that I will not be attending this year. I don't know, just something about Colossal Con. There's just something about it that I've just kind of been about the past year, or last year specifically. Just having more fun hanging out with friends than actually going to events and stuff. I mean, yeah, sure, getting to meet the voice actors of different anime and video game projects is really fun. But I don't know, just something about just staying in the room or going downstairs to swim was a lot more fun than actually attending the convention itself. And I don't know, maybe that's just me getting older and just kind of getting out of the con scene, which, will inevitably happen more than likely one day. But, for me, Colossal Cons just kind of fizzled out for me. I think it's just one of those cons that I'm probably not going to be returning to unless just something really big happens, or I don't know. I don't feel like it's a necessity for me to go to that convention anymore. Like, oh, this con's coming up, I have to go to it. Colossal Con's just one of those things that just kind of fizzled out. But anyway, so going from that to just personal news, there's a couple of things I want to talk about today. And I'm going to sound a little ranty, so I apologize in advance, but I'll get to the ranting here in a little bit, because I want to go into just personal stuff, because, like I said, I've been sick for, the past, it feels like, I think, 2 weeks, and it's like I said, some days it'll go away completely, and then it'll just rear its ugly head, and make me feel like crap for half the day, or a full day, and then it'll go away. And then a few days go by, and then it comes back again, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been very tiring, and I'm kind of sick of it. So hopefully, whatever this is, this has finally decided to go away completely. Because it happened again yesterday, or not, well, let me rephrase that. The time you're listening to this, it happened the day before yesterday, of when this episode is airing. But, I don't know. And like I said, finals are coming up in a couple of weeks, so I'll be done with that, and then I'll have my internship in the fall, and then I'll finally be graduating, and oh man, it's just so good to see the light at the end of the tunnel, not even gonna lie. But okay, so getting into the little rant that I want to get into today, because this topic has been coming up for the past couple of days, ever since well, let me rephrase that. This topic has been kind of a big topic in the past anyway, but with the with the release of Mortal Kombat 11 coming out, and some stuff that's been going out with Fallout 76, it's becoming more of a topic that people are talking about again, and that is microtransactions. Now, for those that don't know what the crap I'm talking about, microtransactions are essentially a little item that you can buy in-game with real-life money. For example, there is a currency in Mortal Kombat 11 called Time Crystals, and you can use Time Crystals to buy new skins, new gear, brutalities, a few different things in the premium shop for Mortal Kombat 11, and it changes, I think, every 24 hours or so. Now, you can get Time Crystals in-game by completing certain tasks, or you can actually buy them with real-life money. The prices right now, you can get 500 crystals for $5. Oh, and that was Ray trying to call me real quick. That's funny. Hey, Ray, you were almost on Convlog just now. He just said, oops. But anyway, so getting back to the topic at hand. Thanks, Ray. You threw off the groove. You threw off the crow's groove. But anyway, guys. So these time crystals, okay, you can buy them with real-life money, but they don't really change anything. All it is for cosmetics, brutalities. It doesn't give the player any sort of advantage against other players in-game, like the augments in the game. Okay, so the augments can do different things. It can give you extra experience earned for your leveling. It can give you more currency gain, like you get more coins if you have this certain augment equipped to this piece of gear. Or it can cause more damage for a particular special move. Now, those type of augments are not allowed on online play. And this is where I get to the meat of this little rant. I don't mind microtransactions as long as they're cosmetic, or they don't give the player an advantage over other players, such as items that give a damage boost or a defense boost that isn't earned in-game. Say, for example, you could buy an augment that could give you more power for a particular move, and you could use it online against another player who may not have the real-life money to buy a time crystal to buy that certain augment, which is not a thing. You can only buy the time crystals with the money and use the time crystals for gear and that kind of stuff, not augments. Another example is you can buy atoms in Fallout 76, and atoms has this, this currency that you can get premium items like new skins for your armor, certain items for your camp. But recently, they just released this item called the Repair Kit, which you don't have to use your junk in order to repair your weapons or armor. You could just use the Repair Kit on the fly without having to go to an armor station or armor workshop or a weapons workshop or anything like that. You can just use the item. And you can use real-life money in order to buy atoms rather than just earn, because you can also earn atoms in-game as well by completing certain challenges. Now, a lot of people have risen to stink about this one as well, and I don't really look, this is just my personal opinion as well, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't look at the Repair Kit as a particular pay-to-win item, because it just repairs your item on the fly rather than having to just go and have to go to a workstation. You could just do it on the fly, like I said. Now, it can kind of come to an argument there because there is the survival mode, and some players can have the Repair Kit on them and other players can't. But here's my argument for that, is that you can gain Atom by doing challenges by, believe it or not, playing the damn game. So, it's like, now, if the Repair Kits were an item, or let me rephrase that, if atoms were an item that you could only buy through microtransactions and not earn them in-game, then I could definitely see an argument point and people getting pissed off about it. But, if, like I said near the beginning of this, if it's not an item that is, if it's something cosmetic or doesn't give the player a particular advantage over other players that can't buy items with real-life money, then I don't see what the problem is. If you want to spend your hard-earned money on cosmetic stuff, then by all means, that's your choice. And for the people that are against microtransactions completely, then that's your choice as well. I mean, yeah, you can earn time crystals by in Mortal Kombat 11 by, shockingly enough, playing the damn game. It's like, people have this, and I hate saying this, people have this mentality of, I want to do things the easy way, and I just want to pay to unlock everything rather than paying stuff. You want to know what? Back in my day, I hate saying like this, sounding like an old geezer, But back in my day, if you wanted something unlocked in a game, you played the damn game. You didn't purchase it just to have it unlocked. I mean, yeah, granted, we have all these DLC passes and combat passes and season passes and everything to get extra content and everything, but I'm talking about stuff that's already programmed in the game, which, yeah, there has been stuff like that where you basically have to pay through a paywall in order to get content that's already in the game, aka Goro from Mortal Kombat X, but I digress. You know, if you wanted extra characters that were unlocked in the game, you just unlock the character by playing the game and meeting the criteria that you have to meet for it. So, like I said, I don't have anything against microtransactions as long as they don't give an advantage for a player over another player online. So, sorry this got a little ranty, guys. This has just been something that's been popping up all over Facebook and that kind of stuff, and I wanted to throw my 2 cents into it. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of microtransactions, whether it's cosmetic or a pay-to-win system? Comment down below and let me know what you think, and let's get a discussion going. Anything else I need to go over? Oh, yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the new Top 10 countdown. I finally got it released, and I will be getting a new one hopefully within the next couple of months. I want to say probably near the end of May or beginning of June because of where my finals are coming up. But anyway, guys, I know this was a long episode and I got a little ranty at the end there, but hey, I gave you a fair warning. So, but anyway, guys, that about does it. So this is Crow of Murder 15 signing off.